Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters worldwide, welcome back to Sensational Singles, yeah! Brought to you by the Crowncast Network in association with 5 Royals ENT. I am your host, the Lord, Nelson that is, the big guy with the big show, and you shall be entertained. If you're ready to be time machines, it's about to happen right now. Let's go. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, and music lovers worldwide, welcome back to Sensational Singles. Yeah. What a show it is, man. Yeah. I am your host, the big guy with the big show, the Lord Nelson that is. And this episode is brought to you by the Crowncast Network in association with 5 Royals ENT. And ladies and gentlemen, today we're taking a soulful journey, a fearless ride through heartache, devotion, and redemption with a record that doesn't just play, it travels. We're talking about Midnight Train to Georgia by the legendary and iconic Gladys Knight and the Pips. Woo! Another great one, boy. The Lord is doing his thing, man. Now, this song was released in 1973, and it isn't just a hit. It's a story, a living, breathing narrative written by Jim Weatherly and brought to life by the unmatched voice of Gladys Knight and the smooth, harmonic magic of the Pips. Yeah. All aboard, ladies and gentlemen. All aboard. Let's go. Now, this isn't a glamorous story of success. This is about a man who chased his dreams in Los Angeles and came up so short, disillusioned, broken, and tired. So what does he do? He decides to go back to where his heart still feels whole. Georgia. Yeah. But here's where the magic happens, right? He doesn't go alone, y'all. His woman, his ride or die, doesn't hesitate. She leaves behind the city, the dreams, the could have been, and she chooses him. She chooses him. That right there, that's love in its purest form. Not the spotlight, but the sacrifice, yo. But the sacrifice, that's old school, man. That's so old school, man. I don't know if any of these new school women could do that, man. I don't know if they could do that, man. And then you listen to the lyric, right? You listen to the lyric. What? I'd rather live in his world than live without him in mine. Now that line right there, that's not just a lyric, yo. That's a life decision. It is so amazingly beautiful, man. Now, musically, this record is a masterclass in restraint and emotion. The groove is smooth, almost like the rhythm of a train gliding down the tracks. It's just so steady and hypnotic and unstoppable. The arrangement of the song gives Gladys room to testify while the Pips come in like a Greek fraternity, echoing, supporting, and elevating the story from behind, man. Yeah. And let's talk about the vocal performers, right? Gladys Knight doesn't just sing this song. She feels it. Every note is laced with longing. Every phrase carries weight. And you believe every single word she's saying, man. You believe her. You can just really see them if you think about it out there on the platform of the trains, right? You hear the train rumbling in and you feel them telling LA, so long, Bye-bye. Gotta go, man. This song went all the way to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. And rightfully so, man. It became a defining moment, not just for the group, but for soul music itself, because it proved something so powerful. You don't need flash. You don't need fireworks. Just a real story and a real voice. And that's definitely what Gladys Knight has, right? Midnight Train to Georgia reminds us that success isn't always about making it big. Sometimes it's about knowing when to go home and who's willing to go with you. How many people do you know, right, that went to Cali, that went to New York or Atlanta or Miami or wherever it was to find that stardom, to make it big? But what they found out was that everything that they were looking for was right back at home, man. And that's just a beautiful thing, man. We all are striving for. We all have those dreams of being the most successful. But sometimes it just doesn't happen, man. And that's just real talk. And so that, ladies and gentlemen, is what makes this song a sensational single. Striving, warning, believing in yourself, but then understanding sometimes it's just not meant to happen, right? So the next time you hear that train whistle in the distance, just remember, somewhere, someone is choosing love over everything else. Yeah. And that's always a journey worth taking. And with that, I'd like to thank you all for taking the time to spend some time. And until next time, remember, music, no matter the genre, is universal and the greatest high and time machine that we know. I am the Lord, Nelson that is, and this is Sensational Singles. More love, less hate, and I'll see you soon. You guys be good. Woo! Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters worldwide, thank you so much for tuning into Sensational Singles. Yeah! And yo, every Monday and Thursday morning at 7 a.m. Eastern, you'll have a new amazing sensational single that is going to time machine you and make you feel so good. I am the Lord, Nelson that is, and I thank you so much, so very much for being a part of this. And remember, this is brought to you by the Crowncast Network in association with 5 Royals ENT. Once again, thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Peace. Woo! Yeah.